Alright, this is just another random match that I've decided to record after joining it. The reason why I decided to record this one is because, as you can see, we have a good mix of tanks, but more importantly, very little artillery. And in my experiences these past couple of weeks, the less artillery you have, the more likely you are to actually have fun during the game. Games end up being more dynamic, more focused on combat. There's no like god beams that come down from the skies and just randomly blow out your tank treads at the worst possible moment. So yeah, games like that tend to be a lot more exciting. We have a pair of T-43s. Little known fact, T-43 is actually a T-34 prototype. They made one just to see how it would work, and then they ended up scrapping it for the T-44, which was used at the very end of the war. Oh crap, I just ran into this guy while I was not paying attention. I am sorry. Oh yeah, that's the other cool thing about the T-34 is the tank treads on it are really wide. So it actually ended up being a lot better than the German tanks across muddy and snowy areas. As a matter of fact, if you take the pressure per supporting area, on the T-34 it ends up being approximately the same as a human foot. So it could cross over all sorts of terrain like frozen lakes and other things to help support the infantry. Whereas the German tanks would just fall through the ice if they attempted to do so. Yeah, fun facts about actual historyonics and stuff. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? There's no god beams, it's just straight up man-on-man, tank-on-tank combat. That's what I damn well like. My ping's been pretty bad today, though, I have to say. Oh, what the hell just hit me? I can't see what hit me, but it hurt. So I'm just going to post up right here and see if I can clip him right there. Yep. And now he's in full retreat. And let's see, what's that over there? That looks like an anti-tank that was probably firing down this street. And that's probably what hit me. Fucking A. Yeah, I think I may curse too much in my Let's Plays, I don't know. Look at this beauty of the T-44. Yeah, the T-44 was really the first true revolution really, past the T-34. 34 did well. It served for a long time, first in the T-34, then in the T-34-85, and as I said, damn it, tank treads. Tank treads. Yeah, I don't think I have enough armor penetration to actually break his ass, but I would if I was in T-34-85. Anyways, my point here being is the T-43 was originally supposed to be its own tank, but it never went into production. And instead it was just, they worked out some concepts and then added some new things and so on and so forth, and made the T-44. Right around 1945 it went into full-on production. And the T-44 was a lot more like a modern battle tank, and they continued expanding from there. And as you can see, the 85 has a flat, is basically the same body, only sort of a little more closer to the ground. A lower, flatter sort of a turret that gives it a smaller target profile. And yeah, that's probably the biggest difference. I mean, they probably also buffed it up in other areas a little bit, probably gave it a better engine. Soviet engines were rather notorious for being, well, Soviet engines like you would find in a Lada. And anyone who's ever owned a Lada knows how well those work. So Actually, I wonder, is there a single lot owner amongst my 200 some odd subscribers? What? Can't. There we go. Finally, I need to unlock. Why am I doing this with a damaged tank tread and less than half HP? I don't know. Why am I shooting straight at the front of his tank? Also don't know. But there we are. I distracted him long enough for somebody else to get the kill. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this little snippet. I'm recording in little snippets because, well, this isn't really a let's play. It's just more of me showing some gameplay and trying to explain game mechanics as much as I can. Lately, I've actually been reading about armor penetration and how it is based off of the distance that your projectile traveled, the angle and its parabolic arc that it hit the tank at, and the angle of the tank's armor and a bunch of other factors. And it's actually really cool how the game actually does some decently realistic calculations for that. The only thing is, bullets ricochet in-game a lot more than they would in real life. That's the biggest disparity in terms of game to real world. Alright, so we'll go to battle. Yeah, I'm actually recording 2 games in a row at this point. I don't really know how this one will turn out, but this one has more artillery than the last one did. The last one had 1. This one has a total of 5. And I'm just gonna do this to prove a little bit of a point. This is a pretty good map for artillery because it's open. There's no big hills or anything like that. However, there's this big there's this hill in the middle that basically breaks the line of sight. But this is a very nice map for artillery. They tend to thrive on it. And there's really 2 routes that your team can go on this one. One is a straight up rush down the middle near the tracks. The other is a sort of a flank on that side, and the third is a flank on that side. So my team chose to rush train tracks. Or at least my scouts did. There's so many scouts on this match, I don't know what to say. There's only 3 medium tanks and like 3 heavy tanks. And let's see, KV, KV3, and the KV. So yeah, they're all pretty basic heavy tanks as well. So I'm doing this just to show you the different kinds of games that the automatic balance will give you. I don't know if this will actually be interesting, but it may be. So that's what I'm hoping for here. Damn it. So yeah, anyways, all of our scouts ran in, and basically, well, some of our scouts ran in. The ones that did run in have gotten themselves killed. This is a Panzer III, and it's the crappiest medium tank that you can find. It's like the T-28 on the Soviet side, only the T-28 is bigger. The Panzer III is like, I don't know, it feels like it feels like somebody was trying to design a light tank and then made it too heavy. That's what it ends up feeling like, because it's too slow to be a light tank, but it's not well armed or armored enough to be a proper medium tank. And going down the German line, it's a real kick in the nuts, because you do end up having to play with it for a decent amount of time, actually. So I'm going to be pushing here. Probably not wise, given the artillery situation, but I'm doing it nonetheless. Damn it! I can't get damn killing this. Artillery just keeps aping my shit. Come on, hit him in the treads, damn it. Oh wow. Yeah, that's what's called an artillery volley. Did you guys see that? Yeah, that's called what happens when you stand around in front of their artillery and you let their artillery hit you. I just dropped to half health, and like basically all of my engine components are damaged. I have an increased chance of fire, a reduced maximum speed. In other words, I'm completely gimped right now, and I just went up a hill, so I'm dead. This is where the game ends for me, because there's no coming back from this. I'm just very much straight up dead. Come on. Yep, there we are. I was hoping that I'd actually be able to get a hit on this guy, but apparently, it's not the case. So where the hell's that anti-tank that was firing at me this whole time? Oh, there it is. It's just hiding in those bushes. That's obnoxious. And then this guy just was not able to hit. So he just collided with him, I think. Or no, that was another artillery kill. But yeah, this is what a game looks like when you have a bunch of light tanks. Medium tanks are forced to make the push and then get completely pumped by artillery and anti-tank that have been just sort of camping the whole game. Like, wait for it. Yep, there we are. He was going straight away from the artillery, a thing you never do. In retrospect, going up that hill was really, really stupid. But then again, so is this guy. He has 6% health, but apparently the artillery was too slow. So now we're all out of artillery. All we have left is a pair of KVs, and like one little pussy ass tank right here. This is like a tier 2 tank or something. This is the 38. This is their secondary branch, not the main one, but the other one. Man, this poor guy. Our whole team just got owned. So yeah, that's the other dynamic of this game. For all those of you who might have noticed, we've been trading artillery the whole time. However, they started out with the 1 more artillery, so now they have 1 more artillery. And they're gonna own us because artillery is just like that. Sadly, it tends to be a balancing factor in most games unless it's not present. So I'm personally of the opinion that they should deploy that patch. Because if I remember reading this correctly, they made like a hot fix that would cap the artillery at 3 per team. Because some of my more artillerist games have been like 4 artillery or 5 artillery per team. At that point, a third of your team is arty, which is just ridiculous. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. Because, like, you get 5 artillery, the second they spot you, you're just gonna have so many shells on top of you, you won't even know what happened, like, right there. Like, I couldn't even reach him because, you see, he was spotted and just owned. And, yep, this guy's dead. And this guy's going to be dead very, very soon. Yeah, turning backwards doesn't work. If you were just turning in place, too slow tank. So yeah, there we are. The other spectrum of battles.